And so today, and she had a snack, some Snickers and some of the Heath bars. So today I realized there was a couple left on the TV tray next to us. And I was like, ooh, a Butterfinger.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck you, Michael.
Yeah, you're a dick. I know. That's not news.
Thank you for noticing. I've worked very long.
Calm down, Fox News. We already know that.
I was going to go different.
To perfect my art of being an asshole. I take that as a fucking compliment.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's now. Look. I'm not like a general asshole. I'm like the SEAL Team 6 of assholes.
I was going the CNN direction. This isn't happening, but fuck you for noticing it's happening.
Fuck you for noticing.
Right.
Nobody cares, but fuck you for caring.
There's no fraud going on in Minnesota. By the way, the governor is backing out of the race because of the fraud. You just said, shut up. It's not what I said. You heard what I said. It's what I said, and I didn't say it.
Look, there is fraud. There is fraud. And he even petitioned for a bunch of extra money to investigate it. Look, they've known it's been there a long time. I understand that. I also understand that there comes a time when you're like, look, regardless of what the truth is, I can't, it doesn't look good.
No, it's a very bad look.
I mean, it doesn't solve him and stop him from getting fucked over somewhere, somehow, but it's just not a good look.
Right.
But it also looks good when he was like, look, I'd like to add like a bunch of money to figure out what the fuck is going on with this fraud. And everybody's been like, oh, look, he knew there was. That's why he asked for more money. I don't think he was involved in it. I just think that it's rampant, and unfortunately,
it's attached to his state.
The internet exposure doesn't help his position.
Right.
Well, it also doesn't help. What also doesn't help him personally is his party's belief in how the immigration system should work. This all happened because of the lax border policies that were in effect during the last Democratic presidency.
Well, I'm not going to blame.
I'm not saying it's the only reason it ramped up.
I can't blame the border policies because I saw a thing the other day that said, how come when I go everywhere else and travel, like all of the fucking public transportation systems in the United States are more like every third world country I've ever been to. And the response was, and if you think about it, it's fucked up because the United States is truly 50 third world countries in a trench coat with a wallet big enough for a defense budget to fight God.
That's the only
literally it.
That's the only difference between us and a third world
countries. There's 50 of us here. We just stick to fucking together.
Well, that's really the only difference. That's what makes the third world country a third world
country.
Go to Alabama.
Go to any third world country. It's the same. Pick any desolate, poor, shit fucking area of the United States in any fucking state.
Well, I mean, the only difference between, say, Alabama and Pakistan is that, well, there's two.
Well, like one fucks goats and one fucks their sister. That's really.
No, I was going to say they all marry their sisters, but they don't make their women cover up.
Right. You know what I mean? Like the hoes in Alabama get to dress like hoes. They don't get that. But same.
Daisy.
Third world countries in a trench coat sneaking into the movies with enough money in their fucking defense budget to fight God.
Daisy, you're wearing too much clothing.
I ain't got nothing on. That's what I'm saying.
Oh my.
Hurry up before the Roll Tide game comes on. I got to get to the Dilder factory.
Hi, there we are. But yeah,
like freaking out on you.
Every state, like people who come from Europe are that way. Everybody that comes from Europe is like, the United States is just a bunch of individual countries. Like, drive across this country and tell me what you see, because New England's tiny as fuck, and the difference between Connecticut, Massachusetts, Vermonters, New Hampshireites is fucking insane.
It is, yeah.
And
Well, even dialect. You speak 3 different languages in 4 states.
right, you know what
Honestly,
I mean? Like,
you speak English, you're just speaking a different version of English.
Go to like
You go to the South,
I was gonna say go to Louisiana.
Appalachia.
Go to Louisiana and go to some of those mountains. You know what I mean? Go talk to some of them slack-jawed motherfuckers in the fucking mountains of fucking Pennsylvania. Whew! Them niggas got 752 marbles in their mouth. But everybody
If they only had 753, they would be able to speak clearly. If they only had 753 marbles, they would be able to speak clearly.
Maybe.
Oh, where is my marble?
Like what has 6 teeth and an IQ of 7?
The entire state of Alabama.
The first row at an Alabama football game.
Don't forget to try the veal.
Jordan,
Thank
anybody look into that homicide hunter shit?
No. Was I supposed to?
Well, no, I talked about it, but it's check it out. It's on HBO. It's Homicide Hunter, and there's if that's what you type in to search, you'll come up with a bunch of shit, which is like the 2 series, and then there's 3 shows. But it's a lieutenant in the homicide department that was here in Colorado Springs for 30 years, and he goes over like multiple cases.
Is that Joe Kenda?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've seen him before.
Dude, he's fucking awesome. He fucking
Joe
smokes
Kenda is
like a
amazing.
chimney. He don't give a fuck. He swears like a sailor. He
I
don't
love
like
Joe Kenda.
nobody. This nigga was like, dude, he had a 92% fucking arrest rate.
Conviction. Yeah, arrest to conviction.
Conviction is different, but he, as a cop, you want an
Arrest
rate.
to
He had a
conviction.
92% arrest to conviction rate. That is like some unseen shit. 387 cases that, bro. And you start watching some of them, you're like, you're really good, and he's really Jen. We're watching him, and Jen's like, I like this guy.
Well, he's also been interviewed on other prolific crime cases too.
Yes. He's been brought in because of for some fucked up reason, this lucky bastard and you know, within the police department has seen numerous serial killers. No, actually, we've watched another one. The definition of serial killer is kills multiple times. It's not about their motive and shit.
Shut up, woman. Get back to your Butterfingers.
For real. Go back to your Butterfingers. I watched shit last night where you were asleep. Zip it.
Are you ready to hit some music?
Hit that funky music, white boy.
Oh, here we go. It's fucking Jerry Springer show now. People yelling shit out.
What's she saying?
Nobody cares.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, the death of Michael Herman.
It's all right. It's on film. It'd be great.
Yeah, but then we have no producer.
That's all right. Corey can run the show.
I don't want Corey anywhere near this show. No offense to my man Corey, but this is a little bit out of his pay grade.
Show intro, yes. All right. Oh, fuck it. We'll do it. We'll do it right now.
We'll do it.
And now, Jabroni Studios, in association with Big Herm Productions, is proud to present to you, recording from an undisclosed location in Oakdale, Connecticut. It's Chris Burns. It's Chris Lynch. This is Dysfunction Junction.
So after 10 of the most unintelligible minutes you may or may not have suffered.
Some of you motherfuckers might. Somebody is, because I got two watchers right now. They're starting to pump in.
Justin White and Ryan Springer in there. How you guys doing? So not only 10 of the most unintelligible minutes, easy for me to say, in
Maybe.
podcast history.
Add an extra minute to an unintelligible. Heard.
Now, well, thank you. If I don't get called out at least once a week,
That's all, folks.
some of you have actually suffered through 199 weeks of this shit. Welcome to episode 200. Sit back, lean your feet up, scratch your balls, have a Butterfinger. Welcome to Dysfunction Junction.
Fuck yeah, and to that one dude in the Netherlands.
Still, and wait, what happened in New Zealand?
Is that where it was? New Zealand
Yeah.
or Netherlands? It starts with an N. New Zealand, Netherlands.
It was New Zealand because that's why we went there for one-star strip club reviews.
Heard. Trump says it doesn't matter what you call it as long
good
as
Christ.
you do it right.
Wow, that was the quickest Trump reference ever in the history of Dysfunction Junction.
It took 55 seconds, I think, to get that in there. We're good.
That's
That
what
might
I'm saying.
Show record.
that might be the unbeatable record, kind of like the 56 game hitting streak.
President Trump said Netherlands, Greenland, Iceland,
McDonald Land.
You know
Who
what
gives
I
a
mean? Disneyland.
shit? Fucking Christ.
Venezuela land.
Can we just start over?
Sure.
Anyway, no, stop. We're not going to do it again. Chris Burns, the Possum King himself. His name is Joe Schmo.
Mr. McLinch.
That's right. And the producer extraordinaire, the man with no hair, Nostradumbass himself, Michael P.S.E.C. Herman.
What is it?
And looks like he's running away. Uh-oh, he's going to the window. Now, I was about to call you Michael like I'm your wife.
Christ.
Herm, you wanted to
This
talk
ain't
about
gonna work
something.
out for you when I'm drunk and horny later. I'm just saying.
We're gonna play an exciting new game called Who Is Your Daddy and
That's
What Does
I'm
He
saying.
Do?
We're gonna play a new game called Who's
Put
Your
this wig
Daddy?
on. Put this wig on.
How does this feel around your throat? Excellent. Let's go.
Do you mind if I call you Edna? I mean, like, what the fuck?
Not really. Not really. As long as you do what I tell you.
And then I want you to look at Lynch and say,
Tell me
"Oh,
when to
what a
stop."
lovely." I want you to look at Lynch and say, "Oh, what a lovely tea party."
Welcome to 2026. May the only tears you cry this year be the ones gagging on my cock.
Well, now,
Whoa. Disclaimer. Kitties. I didn't hit the censor button fast enough.
We don't have that. This show is deliberately. It's posted that it's not for children.
that's true.
Well,
You said
It's
you wanted
not
to bring
Wu-Tang.
something up.
Wu-Tang
Wu-Tang is for the children.
Not this show.
all right. Mike
Now.
wanted to say something.
Yes, he did. Oh, look at how that. See how that works? That's called the transition. When one guy leads the other guy, we can do this. By episode 400, we'll have this shit figured out.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm not betting.
By 400, we probably won't care.
I'm not betting the farm on that one.
All right, so you guys know that when I came out here, I was presented with a rather unique situation, and I didn't want to go back to work. And when I came out here, I was looking for something to do. I needed something to keep me busy. I needed something that made a little money, just because, it makes a little money because I get paid for my skills. And I didn't want anything too heavy. Well, 3 years later, and that's not the situation any fucking more at all. There were decisions that were made because I didn't want to go that deep and be that deep. But because of who I was working with and the people that I saw something in them as an experienced chef, as somebody who's been around, I saw what I needed to see as far as like vetting. So I went to Miles and told Miles that I would join the club and I would that I would commit. Let's put it that I would commit. That was probably about 9 months ago. You know what I mean? Well, you guys know that you guys have seen the numbers. We've talked about the amount of people I fucking feed and how many of us are actually fucking doing it. You know, there's 2 of us, maybe 3, 4 at the most.
Mhm.
Oh shit. I got a text and Miles has left the company
Oh,
the other day. Really nice text from him. My problem is that I'm in kind of limbo here. You know what I mean? And I'm not really looking for advice. I'm kind of venting to the world. I already did this to my wife. I made this decision based on who I was suing for. And I mean that as an SOUS, sous chef, who I was suing for.
got you.
Who my leader was, I knew who my leader was. I knew who my partner was. Miles leaving, unfortunately, leaves me in this really fucked up limbo situation. Is there promotions possible? Absolutely, but in the interim, I've lost my partner. It's really easy to give 100% when you don't have to give 100% all the time, because sometimes somebody else gives 100%.
It's an interesting relationship that chefs have with each other, because you are the team. You the exec and the sous run the show, and
Yeah,
you don't even have to talk to each other.
And with us in our department, there's nobody else under us.
Right.
It's the exec and the sous, and that's it. There's no line cooks. There's no chef de parties. There's no commis. There's none of that. There's an exec and a sous, and every now and then we borrow a sous chef from the you know what I mean, and bring in chef help. But there's 2 of us, and like it there's a hole.
Well, which leads me to ask you, if with him leaving, that would be upward mobility for you, correct?
I don't know if they can afford it, sir.
That's why. All right, let me finish. Is there anybody else that you worked with that you would want to work with?
Yeah, well, it's Pete. I got the text from Pete, who is the overall sous chef, and basically the catering department is me and him now, so it's the 2 of us. But that's the problem. Like, there's the boat has a bunch of holes that need to be patched before we leave port.
Right.
And I've got a meeting Friday morning at 10 a.m. for we're coming back. Everybody's got new budgets. For a very fucking busy next 2 weeks, and I'm only half of myself.
Did he leave for another opportunity? Or
I'm sure of it. I haven't had a chance to it. He told me that he was leaving, and I took it. I need a couple of days to digest it before I talk to him.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Man, and it sucks because you're losing your part.
And it's not. And I don't want to. I do not want to diminish my wife's position as a partner, but this kind of feels the same.
It's hard, man. I've had coworkers that I worked with that I feel that have felt that way about. But when they left, I took it personal.
Like, I got a shitload of coworkers, but there's only a couple that I share a fucking brain with.
There you go.
Right. Right.
Exactly.
And I've had the very rare air of having that happen with me and a couple of people I've worked with in my careers.
But the only
It
other
sucked.
place I had that was Chris at Noble when we were doing that, and I didn't think I'd ever find that again.
Yeah, you guys were tighter than shit down there.
Yeah, like it was real tight, and I didn't think I would ever find it, and I wasn't looking for it either. But Miles presented, and I mean Miles is 20 years younger than I am, and I would
So he's 50.
right. But Miles is at least Miles could totally be Travis as far as
Okay.
age 28, 29. But what I saw in him, I was confident with him as my leader.
You know what you saw? You saw yourself.
Myself.
You saw you at that age. That's what you saw.
Myself.
And that's an interesting dynamic that he was the boss. Because a lot of times when guys our age work for a guy their age, we don't want to listen to them. What the
Well,
fuck
that was the thing. That's why I was like, no,
you can't go into
fine.
it with that kind of mindset.
I'm making pizza. And then I saw what I needed to see out of Miles. And that's when I was like, I made the decision. And I talked it with Jen, and I was like, look, I'm gonna tell Miles he's got 10 years. And that Miles is the reason I'm making this decision. Now, Chef Pete is right up there with us. But the reason I made the decision I made because who I was working for directly under, not
Right.
because not to disparage or to discredit Chef Pete in any way in case he ever sees this. The decision was made when I made it before Pete was made the sous. So, you know what I mean? But Pete is he's the same. Basically, there's three of us there that have a level of knowledge that nobody else does.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So now there's only two of us, not three.
That sucks because when you work with someone that you honestly consider to be, for lack of a better term, your right arm.
He's my other half.
Yeah.
Like, the like we finish each other's sentences, thoughts. Yo, what about and one of us
and he's on it,
and he was like, "Oh no, I already thought about it. We already got a word."
Yeah, it's very rare. I got a guy like that I work with. He's on the line. He's a cook, and he'll say, "Hey, what about?" I'm like, "Already did it for you, man. You're good." It's not the same situation as you. We're low level compared to what you do, but it's nice to have. It's nice to have the right hand.
I'm looking at well, it's the second half of the year, so I'm looking at 100. I'm looking at 1.5 million in sales.
Yeah,
alone.
But it's nice to have the left hand of power. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is. You know what I mean? Miles ran a lot of interference for me because I'm a lot, bro.
You're a lot.
No shit.
I'm a lot.
No, Herm. No, not you.
And the whole Midwest. I do not. I am definitely not fucking around here. And Miles took a lot of shit and backed me. And I know Pete's going to too, but Miles fucking defended me when it come down to. And with the executive chef leaving, the overall leaving, because he's got some personal stuff. He's got to take care of his mom. Hopefully he comes back in a year or so. But basically it's he's leaving, Miles is gone, it's me and Pete, and it's an entire fucking college campus to deal with.
All right. I know you can't hear me. Go ahead.
All I wanted to do was just go to work and make some sandwiches.
Well, Subway is hiring on a daily basis. You're good.
Yeah, they send me shit all the time. Fucking $78,000 to $90,000 a year, but I know I'm not going to be happy.
Like I know
all the time. I get $70,000 to $100,000 offers all the fucking time on Indeed. Please fill out our application, please. You'd be an excellent. No,
I wouldn't.
And up until yesterday, I never considered any of those, and I'm just in limbo, and I'm a little fucked up right now.
I understand. So I don't know if he's ever going to hear this, but Pete, you better step up your shit because Herm's counting on you. That's all I'm going to say.
Pete's good shit. It's just
I did not disparage the good goddamn name of Pete. I'm just saying you want to keep on Herm's good side. You better step your shit up. Thank you, Christine, in the comment section. It is
Hello,
nice to be here.
Okay, what's going on?
Let me ask a broader question to Christine. You can type out your answer. How are you doing today? Christine's gone through some shit, but she's happier than a pig in shit every time I see her on Facebook. So good on you.
Is that Mike? Is that Mike's Christine?
Yes.
It is.
All right.
Christine 16.
Oh, we are not doing that right now.
Oh, come on.
No.
That's a song that, although I used to love it,
not that. We're talking about like put your groove on, Mike.
Yeah, that one.
Like get your groove on, and
yes.
like groove on, and like not like in an and not like in a metaphorical sense. This nigga referred to his fucking beret as a groove on, and that is
correct.
That's what I'm talking about. I gotta get my groove on, and he grabbed his hat. I'm like, well, what the fuck is that? And he's like, this is my groove on.
That's my groove on.
I'm pretty sure it's spelled Gruvon with an E, like French, like groove on. Like live on like his money. You know,
wow.
Accent aigu, accent grave.
That's it.
Oui.
I'm not even going there with you guys.
Literally, it's depending on which way that drunk little fucking apostrophe leans. It's fucked up.
Oh God.
I hate it, French.
Or with the E and the one way, or the other one that goes E with the others.
The other way. Yeah.
One's Spanish, one's French. Who gives a shit?
Umlaut.
Mike, I don't often call you Mike. Tonight I'm going to call you Mike. I want to congratulate you. 18 weeks ago, we did a little bit of a...
I said some dumbass shit.
You did. Well, that's every week. Let's not pigeonhole 18 weeks ago, but your crystal ball...
Nostradumbass, ladies and gentlemen.
Respectfully, specifically.
Yeah, specifically this one dumb shit that you said, because I know we got some football fans in the comment section. I don't remember. Did you write all of our predictions down, or
no? Just mine, because it was insane.
All I know is I came real close to my prediction. You just turned the two numbers around, and I'm 9-8. But 8 and 9,
it's close.
Yeah, it is. But
it's close.
Herm said 18
I
weeks
pulled
ago.
some Babe Ruth. It's going right fucking there, shit. And
where do you think Denver's going to be at the end of the season? 14-3. No, really. Where do you think they're going to be?
Laughed.
14-3.
Please, everybody, go back. Check the fucking tape. They all lost their shit.
Are you? I sounded like.
Yes, I was going to say this motherfucker Regis Philbined my ass. Is that your final answer?
Vincent LaGuardia Gambini. Are you sure?
Are you sure?
I would love to hear this. And you were right.
I was dead on, balls accurate.
14-3. AFC, you guys in the North or are you guys in the West?
We are West.
Okay, so the AFC West champions, and if I'm not mistaken,
we hold number one seeds.
Number one seed.
We are number one seed. Technically, by the numbers, Seattle has us edged out to be the fucking Super Bowl winner. I asked ChatGTP 3 separate ways today.
Okay.
And
was this before or after I sent DraftKings
after,
AI?
just because I wanted to check some others just to check it. But it came out that technically Seattle right now, as it sits, has a slight edge. But I don't think ChatGPT can fucking factor Bo Nix.
Well, that, and if you ask ChatGPT how many genders there are, they say infinite. So
I was going to say there's infinite, but so I literally don't think that. I mean, I think we have a shot. We're definitely making round 2 just because we have a week 1 bye.
I'm telling you, I want the Broncos Bears in the Super Bowl.
That'd be
I would
Yeah,
love.
that'd be
I
some
would,
pretty good orange.
I
and
would
blue
love to
Super
have.
Bowl.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Bowl.
that'd be orange overload.
Orange and blue overload all over the place.
I'm gonna
That's
talk
right.
about.
You know
I'm
what?
gonna talk about the Bears in a little bit. Go ahead, Lynch.
No, you know what? That's very like reminiscent of when we were kids. The Bears and the Broncos from in the '80s were huge.
Mhm.
John Elway, Mike Ditka, everybody on the television doing the Mike Ditka.
What about Richard Perry? William Perry, sorry.
William Perry.
Why did I think Richard Perry? Who the hell is Richard Perry?
I don't know.
Steve Perry. Should have been
Steve
yeah. Told you no more Steve Perry psych outs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch that movie tonight.
But no, they were huge when we were kids. And that, to me, when I think of football of, say, like 1982 to like 1989, that's what I envisioned in my head, is those teams and those dominant years of the Bears and the Broncos.
Sure.
When they were relevant. That was when, to me, is when the Bears and Broncos were relevant.
There was someone, I can't remember who it was, and I'm going to stand behind this statement, that those 85/86 Bears, the Super Bowl winning team against New England in that Super Bowl 20, may be the best balanced Super Bowl winning team of all time.
I
All time.
I will 100% agree with you on that.
From the quarterback, the whole offense, balanced. That defense, they called them the monsters of the Midway. They were just scary good. And Denver, for their part, through the 80s, after the signing of Elway in 82, 83.
Ryan.
Uh-oh.
Ryan.
I knew this was going to be a problem.
My boy.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, tell him, Herm.
My one of my favorite listeners, because I see your motherfucking name every motherfucking week.
Mm-hmm. And he's a good kid, too.
You're a good kid, and, you haven't committed any felonies that I know of.
That we know.
Not that would be a problem, but I'm just saying, you haven't done that as far as I know. So if anybody asks, I'll give you a good reference, But I don't know what kind of bullshit that Pat's Packers is. But my nigga, what the fuck?
I can explain it in 2 words, and I want to break this a little bit out because I was hoping Ryan would be here today. Ryan, unfortunately, suffers from something called Saints fan.
Oh, my wife is that. She's a Saints fan, too. Them niggas ain't done shit since like 2003.
Something like no, they did win that Super Bowl with Drew Brees. And
Breezy, Cheesy, Wheezy, whatever the fuck his name is. Put that nigga on the cracker. I don't give a fuck.
Yep. Hey Ryan, good game this weekend.
I'm trying to start a fight.
The champ is here.
The best part about a fight with my wife upstairs when I talk some shit is that we got to make up about it later.
Or I end up in the red curtain on Snapped.
That's all right. If anything comes up, I'll just be like, Chris said some shit, and I had to do it.
Of course, because it's always me. Fucking Burns.
Yo.
Fucking Burns.
My man. It's always easier to ask for forgiveness than it is to get
permission. Yes, I know. But why do you throw me under the bus?
Well, because
because fucking Burns.
I was gonna say, Cliff Burton didn't have a choice under the bus either.
Well, he did, but
technically he did if he just said, you know what, Cliff, lose the fucking card game.
Yeah, stop arguing over the fucking bunk. We could have been without Kirk Hammett.
Game, baby.
They could have got Mustaine back.
That's what for real, bro. It's supposed to be fucking Hammond's bed. Let it go.
And then I heard everyone screaming except for Cliff.
I was like, bro,
real quick around the table, and I'll start.
Say, would anybody else lose their shit and tear on that Behind the Music MTV story fucking 20 years ago when it came out?
I did, but then I laughed. Lars telling his story, Hetfield telling his story, heartfelt, and they used the one clip from Kirk. First, it's the fight and the card draw, and then it's
right.
And then I heard everyone screaming except for Cliff. That's your best? That's what you come up with? Anyway, we'll go from lowest to highest. Herm, you're going to be the main event on this. a quick couple minutes on how your team did in 2025. Now, you guys are both going to the playoffs, both AFC. I believe.
I'm gonna slaughter your fucking bitch New England ass. You and your tiny little fucking group of states. My one state is gonna roll the fuck over you, and I love you.
I don't doubt that.
But fuck you, you're dead.
Is that your first? That's not your first round, is it? I thought Patriots took their division.
Oh no. That's not. No, first round. No, we're not even in the first.
No,
round.
you got a bye week.
We're
All right,
literally gonna go home and bang our wives, and show up next week.
all right. I'm gonna make this as short and sweet as possible. The beginning of the season looked bad for Atlanta. We beat the teams we weren't supposed to beat. Minnesota, Buffalo.
Everybody you should have fucking destroyed.
And I've said this for the last 4 weeks, and I'll say it for the next 365 days until maybe they get their revenge sometime. How the fuck does this team lose to the Jets? Okay? But they got their momentum. These weren't bad games.
And not even like with Aaron Rodgers on the sidelines calling plays in.
No. And this wasn't a bad team.
I'm not being a dick. Like,
no, you're not.
Not even like the Jets, but not with Rodgers. But that motherfucker is basically orchestrating what is the puppet master for the fool on the field.
This team got blown out twice this year out of 17 games. One against Carolina, NFC South champion.
Teams that they should have fucking run the fuck over.
And then they had a really good game against Carolina, which was closer. And then the other one was Seattle, who we're going to talk about a little bit later on. 4-game winning streak to end the season.
Seattle probably should have run right over them.
They did. Seattle beat the ever-loving piss out of us. Seattle beat us so bad they waved the white flag in the third quarter. Said, "Dude,
did they third quarter that?"
They just did. You know what? Watching that tail end of that game was like, well, we're already getting our shit kicked. The offense doesn't even need to be here. Let's just let them keep the ball and see if we can stop them. It became a personal challenge to the defense.
Let's not even try to score. Let's just see if we can slow them down.
Right. But that was the game where something clicked, and they won the next 4 to close out the season, 8-9. This isn't a bad team. The games that they lost were by one score.
No, they're not bad. They're inconsistent.
Correct.
Week to week. And that's the problem.
I don't necessarily blame Raheem Morris, although he's out of a job. I do blame Terry Fontenot, the GM, who is out of a job. The rumor on the street is, and I'd love to see you guys' reaction, because I personally think, and there is precedent for it, a former MVP quarterback is being looked at for GM of this team. And if that happens, 2 years, they're back in contention after 10 years of misery. And that name is Matt Ryan.
Mm-hmm. I see that 100%.
Matt Ryan without the championship.
That 100%.
Matt Ryan without the championships reminds me a lot of John Elway. Tough, rugged, will do whatever it takes. He's a motivator. He's a disciplinarian when he needs to be.
Not to stop you. Has anybody watched, I don't know what platform it's on.
Netflix.
The Elway, has anybody watched the Elway doc?
Not yet.
Yeah.
And I don't do this often.
It was amazing. And I'm not an Elway guy. I would rather see John Elway with both his legs broken and one arm stuck up his ass.
I am an Elway fan, but you know how I am on documentaries. I am
critical.
I am ruthless if they fuck this up and make this go the wrong fucking way. But
you know why it was done so well? Because Peyton Manning had his hands all over that. He was the executive producer. He was technical director.
If you watch the credits on that, his name comes up
every third title.
I was going to say his name came up 842 times in the credits. There was Peyton and 4 other dudes that made that movie and a camera.
Executive producer, technical director, best boy, catering, chauffeur,
consultant. There was like he had his hands all over that shit. But it was. As a fan, it was exquisite. And as a hypercritical fan, it was also exquisite, because that man did a lot of shit. And they didn't even touch on some of the injuries that he played with while he was fucked up. Like,
very few, but they did mention it.
They didn't even mention when he had that fucking cyst that was the size of a grapefruit for a fucking whole season.
And he played with a flak jacket to hold it
played
down.
the whole season with that thing in his under his fucking arm, and nobody knew. Like those, but yeah, watch the Elway. It was excellent.
Absolutely, that documentary, and when it comes to sports documentaries, that is as close to perfect as you're going to get.
HBO does really well with their sports documentaries as far as they involve. I mean,
I'm glad you brought that up because
they're embedded with at least 2 to 4 teams every year, because you have we used to have Hard Knocks.
And First and 10,
and now right. Well, First and 10 was not the football sports shit. It was a show, but like now we have Hard Knocks, and then you have the season. So you get a preseason before every year, and then they get embedded with 2 teams all year. It's HBO Sports really does some excellent shit.
I'm glad you brought that up because this was originally supposed to come out last year with HBO, and something happened, and Manning took his ball and went to Netflix, got more money, and I think the finishing touches they did on it over the last 6 months, showing him and his family at the place in Idaho. I think it's Idaho.
Bro, that fucking my niggas
that compound is awesome.
I was just gonna say, somebody's out riding a jet ski all day, and and when he's done, he just pulls into a slip designed for the jet ski and just gets off of it and walks up. I'm like, yeah, like he's really got that nice place, and it it covered his career. It covered the personal side, the shit that his marriage went through.
Mm-hmm. Did they divorce or did they stay together?
It was real.
They didn't answer that question though.
No, they are not together. They are not together.
Okay, so they did divorce.
They did divorce, but the utmost of respect for each other.
Oh yeah, she was at the cookout.
Yeah, like
she was at the fucking cookout.
Yeah, like same thing. Like, family's family regardless.
Right. Before I throw it to Lynch and his dissertation of the 2025 New England Patriots season, I will say this: hire Matt Ryan, give this team 2 years, make the right calls. They've been doing that over the last couple of years. The trade for Jesse Bates 2 years ago, Darnell Mooney coming in, veteran presence. The young guys are starting to come up. Kyle Pitts finally found his groove after 5 fucking years. You have really good players on this team, but to go to Herm's point and to end it off like this, there has to be consistency, but there also has to be urgency. No more of this fourth quarter bullshit. I've spent 25 years telling people that the Atlanta Falcons are the best hockey team in the NFL because they play 3 really tough periods and they forget there's a fourth quarter in this game.
Wait. It's not hockey?
No, it's not hockey.
Agreed.
My bad.
Nobody told the Falcons that, even in the Super Bowl. For all those folks that still like to bring up 28-3, I got over that the next day. You're barking up the wrong fucking tree.
Where the hell did I put the Atlanta Falcons win plaque that my mom had hanging in this room? Where the fuck is
Wait a minute. Time out. Your mom had an Atlanta Falcons won something plaque?
Oh, she had a plaque on the year that we crushed you and took your shit, and the Broncos won and defeated the Atlanta.
Do you remember? Okay, see, we're gonna put this baby to bed.
I used to sit right there.
We're gonna put this baby to bed. I told you 2 weeks after that game, I went into that game glad my team made the Super Bowl. I had no designs that the Falcons could ever.
I know. I
beat
just
John Elway, Terrell Davis, Shannon Sharp. Dude, we could have had Superman, Batman, Godzilla, and Brock Lesnar, and we're still going to lose that game.
I know, but my mom actually had a plaque, and there's a thing and an autograph from Elway, and
that's great. I used to like your mom.
It's all right. I'm sure I can sell that for several $1,000s next week.
$38 and a tuna sandwich.
As soon as Elway dies, I am making so.
Oh, so hold on to it, because right now all you're getting is $38, a used Garth Brooks CD, and a tuna sandwich.
Yo, half a pack of Newports and I'm in.
There you go.
Put $20 on my commissary.
Lynch, the biggest surprise of this year for me happens to be your New England Patriots. None of us.
Yo,
none of us.
They dug it out. They dug it out.
Yeah, they did.
Man, what did
ending the season 14-3. They took the AFC East. They're, I think, third in the playoff rankings. What did you? Go ahead, please.
But like I said, beginning of the season, those kids need to find their groove, and they found their groove early on in the season. And week after week, I was like, "What the fuck is this? Holy shit! Wow!" And I actually paid attention to the New England Patriots this season. They are, I don't know who or how these people came together to be this team now, but it has the potential to set themselves back up to be another franchise, another
I'm
dynasty.
pretty sure Robert Kraft was just rattling off a bunch of names while he was getting a rubbing tub and finishing off. I'm just saying. Like, all of a sudden, he started screaming fucking names, and somebody in the room wrote it the fuck down, and they were like, yo, get all of these people now. That's how that happened.
I'll give you my insight is you have a coach who is and Lynch is gone. I'll keep going.
Lynch doesn't have a coach. Fuck it, keep going. That nigga's back.
Mike Vrabel, as a defensive player and a defensive-minded coach, everything that the Patriots did, it wasn't explosive offense. They were good. They were really good on offense. But that team looked monster on defense, and I give that all the credit to Mike Vrabel.
I think the same. Very good choice to be the coach. I always like to see a former good player come back and lead a team. Now, granted, none of those kids really ever worked with him.
Nobody did.
But I'm sure they respect his name and his reputation, his career. He was a very good football player.
They have that Ring of Honor or like a Hall of Fame for the Patriots. Mike Vrabel is one of the biggest, most monster names in that Hall of Fame.
And you know, when you talk amongst people of his era, and you bring his name up, he wasn't anything special. I'm like, he's one of the best fucking Patriots ever to come out of that team. Out of those
it was
teams.
him and Wilfork made that team
Vince
monster
Wilfork.
on defense. Yes.
Yeah. They were the defense to beat when those two were together. But yeah, I think they very geniusly and silently built themselves a fantastic team out of this. A lot of potential, because I said early on in the season, I see a lot of potential. And then it didn't take very long for them to prove me the fuck wrong.
No, the first couple weeks of the season, I'm looking at it now, lost to the Giants. That's a big black mark. Lost to the Raiders. You want to talk about shitting yourself before you get to the pot?
Mm-hmm.
And then it was a win against the Dolphins. They lost to the Steelers, and then they went on that 10-game run.
Yep.
And that started with the Bills. Then again, everybody beat the Bills. Hell, the Falcons beat the Bills. I'm sorry, Panthers, Bills, Saints, Titans, Browns, Falcons, Buccaneers, Jets, Bengals. They beat the Giants, and then the Bills came to town to ruin everything. But that 10-game winning streak put them in a position that they are now. They look better than they are. And we've been saying that all year. The Patriots look better than they are. The record says one thing. Inexperience is going to say another in the playoffs. I'm not hoping for them to lose, nor am I thinking they're going to the Super Bowl. I have a Super Bowl prediction. We're going to talk about it in a little bit. It mirrors something one of you guys said.
No,
but
I agree with that. That's exactly how I feel about it. This isn't going to be the year that they come back and win the Super Bowl. I don't think that. I'm not going to make that proclamation because I don't think it's true. Give it a couple seasons. Give it a couple seasons with this team and Mike Vrabel. and to keep building that defense and get better at the offensive game. The biggest weapon on that offense is the quarterback. He is so fucking accurate. I seen him throw some very long passes throughout the season that were like, holy shit, that's going to get intercepted. And it was his laser precision into the receiver's hands. I haven't seen a very accurate quarterback like that in a very long time. I mean, Patrick Mahomes in his first couple of years was like that. And he's still an accurate quarterback. But man, this guy, Drake, is fucking laser focused, man. Now you just got to get the rest of that offense around him to, remember to catch the ball when it's thrown to him, and not fumble it once you get past the ball or handed the ball as a running back.
Agreed. Drake May is one of those, I don't want to say, I hate using the buzzword generational, but there are usually in every generation 4 or 5 quarterbacks that everybody looks at as the elite. Go back to our era, Elway, Marino, Montana. You could throw a couple other names in there. And then you had the underlings, the also-rans, and then you had Vinny Testaverde. So Drake May right now, he's in that second category. He could be one of those guys that are going to be looked at in this era as one of the better quarterbacks we've seen.
And he's very young. He's, 23 years old?
Mm-hmm.
He's got a lot of football ahead of him. And being that good this early, and he has been consistent as a quarterback. It's the rest of his offense that has been inconsistent for him. So, like I said, you give him time to fine tune the running and the passing game, and stay on top of that defense. They could be a force to be reckoned with in a couple seasons, like 4 or 5 more seasons.
There you go.
It could be
Sunday, January 11th, 8:00 is the wild card game. The Chargers versus the Patriots.
The losers game.
Stop it. You were lucky to be in the playoffs the last couple of years. Now you're on the top of your division and talk about, man, that's the losers game.
You gotta take it when you can get it.
Take it when you can get it. I saw that coming. Don't I know it?
Yo, if you can't get it next year, you fuck. So you gotta take it right now.
I've been taking it for years.
So Chargers, Patriots?
Yes.
Depending on which version of the Chargers show up.
I was just gonna say, which Chargers show the fuck up?
Because they are a phenomenal fucking football team.
Yeah, and
when
then
the right version of them shows up on the field.
Right, but they're also the Keystone fucking Cops.
Dude, when the switch is off, it's like you're watching toddlers play football.
Yes, it's like watching Tom and Jerry play football. It's
bad.
They could be the Mean Machine, or they could be the SCLSU Mud Dogs.
Exactly. So
the Mud Skippers.
Based upon that information and how New England has been performing up until this point, I think New England's got the edge on that game.
I would take, if there were a betting line, and I haven't seen the lines come out yet, nor am I betting on this game, I would say New England wins this game by 1 score. And that score, it could be a field goal, touchdown, safety. It could be whatever. It's going to be one actual score, not we beat you by 1 point. There's going to be a score.
A score of some sort. Doesn't need no specific score. Yeah.
One of the 3 major ones: safety, field goal, touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
That's my prediction. Patriots by a score. What they do in the next round, God bless you. I don't know, but you got more football than I did this year.
I'm again happy for the team.
Bro, I got more football this year than I got the last 3 with that.
Yeah.
2 with fucking Russell and Nick year figuring it out. Like, he didn't have a bad year.
No.
But it wasn't a successful year.
Wasn't bombastic.
No,
this year was truly his coming out party.
Yo, and we are going to get into that.
His quinceañera.
Well, it's good that you said that, because you're you're on the hook. 14-3 Denver Broncos. Tell me what you saw this year.
What I saw was
Well, we're out of time. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
just like that. Hold on, I'm going to start the drums, and we are fucking for real. And we'll be back in 2 and 2. I'm going to get a
Hummer.
You get away, Doc Severinsen.
I got to be honest. I had high hopes. I am, yep. As a Bronco fan, I am
gay.
No.
Couldn't resist. Sorry.
My location in this state. I'm at an athletic college. I have more access to insider shit from Joe on the street where I work and shit, who has a brother that works up there in Denver. You see where I'm going with this?
Mm-hmm.
Everything I've always gotten for information on this team has been either from a phone call from my grandmother or off anything national. I get some insider shit. So when I said what I said at the beginning of the year, it was a high hope, but I've also heard shit in just talk about what's going on up there and how he's doing that most people get. It's like, you guys know what's going on at the local high school team. So when I said it seemed pie in the sky, but also I'd heard a shitload about how well he was doing, how they'd integrated. No, go ahead, say it.
You call it pie in the sky. I called it crack in the pipe. Same.
Same. Whatever you want to call it. Like, it seemed extremely far-fetched to anybody else outside of being an hour and a half's drive away from where that team does their shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually had an amazing amount of confidence going into this year. And they fucking delivered. This kid does not fuck around. He's not afraid to run. He's not afraid to take a hit. They take their time. They figure their opponents out. They come back, and after they figured them out at halftime, they've made some amazing fucking comebacks this year. For his second year as an NFL quarterback, I think the kid's doing really fucking good. And that's not just as a fan, that's as a football critic. The kid's doing really well. The team is meshing well. I'm not going to say we're going to win the Super Bowl, but I don't think it's
not out of the realm of possibilities.
I was going to say out of our realm of reach. I don't think I think it's completely plausible, not just possible.
Mm-hmm. I don't disagree. If you could pull up that picture of the playoff brackets, and this was actually done by DraftKings AI, of their prediction for the Super Bowl, I want to look at some of those teams because I don't see it going the same way. I like Dottie. I like it. I like the prediction of Bears Broncos, but I don't know. To Herm's point, it's a young team. They got their groove, but can they sustain the groove? That's going to be, especially now that you're against the 8 best teams in your conference, it's going to be interesting.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So while we wait for that,
give me a second.
You take a little bit of time, not all the time you need.
We're getting there right now. We're gonna screen.
It's right there. Oh, it's almost there.
Oh, it's almost there.
You can do it.
Just the tip. See how it feels.
Heard. We're gonna soak it.
Well, that was all of it. Oh, I'm sorry.
Did I startle you? No, thumb dick, you didn't.
I was going to say, Oh, a set in front of you. Don't worry. Look, if you think my dick is small, roll over. When I put it in your ass, you're going to scream. It doesn't matter.
That's it.
Let's see. Shit.
When I pull my pants down, you won't believe I'm white.
Pull my pants down.
Here we
That's
go.
right.
So,
Yo, for real.
You see, I don't not see that happening, but that's not what I want to see happen.
understood. I'm gonna bring up the picture on my phone. So it has the Patriots beating the Chargers.
Yes.
Okay, and then getting
Well,
reshuffled.
I mean, let's be honest. It literally has you knocked out first round, bitch.
Who?
I'm not even Lynch.
Second round. They got to go through
It
the
has
wild
second
card.
round done. AI
No.
has me going against Lynch.
Yeah.
In the
Yeah,
AFC
it does. Look,
Championship.
it has me.
Yes.
Oh,
That's about as far as I think
You're-
we'll get.
yeah.
On the other side, Seattle.
I don't know if you're going to make the Jaguars though. I got to be honest. They're and I'm not being an asshole about this.
They're a tough team, man. Again, which version of the Jags are going to show up?
They're like a roulette wheel, bro. You might hit on red, or they might hit on black.
They're another team like the Chargers. Which version of them shows up?
I think we can all agree in this bracket. Bills and Texans are out first fucking round. On the AFC side, Texans snuck their way in. Bills obviously snuck their way in with the 6th seed. I don't see too much else happening other than Patriots.
I gotta be honest.
Broncos.
I got a soft spot in my heart. I got a soft spot in my heart for Josh Allen. I really do.
I understand.
So do I.
I really do. And
Kid's a hell of a
I'm
player.
Not really like that. He's a hell of a player, and he's just eating a bunch of shit, and he's just. I got a soft spot in my heart for Josh Allen, the way my mother used to for Peyton. He was on the fucking Colts most of her fucking life, and she just loved Peyton. He was a good man. He was a good person. He was a good player, and I kind of just like Josh Allen. I've seen some shit where he's not realized he's been being recorded, and that nigga's all right.
Yeah. He's a good dude.
Straight up.
All right. On the NFC side, I am going to say this now. They are overhyping the Philadelphia Eagles. I think the Bears beat the Eagles. I do believe Seattle makes it all the way.
That ain't happening. Yeah, I think Seattle goes. I don't think the Eagles do shit.
No, I think the Bears beat them, and then Seattle and the Bears face off in the NFC Championship. There's a reason I want the Bears to make and win the Super Bowl is because they had those line bets way early in the season on DraftKings. And having a friend who's a Bears fan who can't stop talking about at that time how much the Bears stunk, I put a $20 bet on the Bears to win the Super Bowl, which, if they do, pays $1,000. Now, having said that, Seattle is tough. But if there's one team in the NFC I could see beating Seattle, it's Chicago.
Yeah.
Chicago has really tightened up the ship.
Yeah, but see, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say it right now.
Well, I wouldn't want you to say it tomorrow.
I'll say it tomorrow. I'll type it in the motherfucking chat right now.
Okay.
Seattle without Richard Sherman doesn't fucking scare me one fucking bit.
There you go.
That motherfucker was crazy. That motherfucker would have stopped us, shut us down, and fucked us up. But what they got right now,
it's going to be interesting.
I'll go to war with Seattle. I'm not saying we're going to win, but I'll go to war with them. And
I think Seattle's going to be one of those teams.
It
that
ain't going
come
to be
in.
some Kansas City blowout and shit. Like,
No, I think Seattle's coming into this playoffs with a lot of momentum, but momentum only takes you so far. They had a weak schedule. Other than their division rivals, their schedule was weak. They're not as good as they look on paper.
You know, this year, not last year, completely different words coming out of my mouth. But right now, I don't think there's a lot that fucks Bo Nix up.
My original Super Bowl prediction.
I don't think there's anybody that he comes down to like, I gotta play player X, quarterback X this week. I don't think there's, after the year he's had, after the first year he kind of got fucking beat up a lot, which was required. But after the year he's had and the way they've clicked, I don't think there's anybody that legitimately scares him.
My original Super Bowl pick, if you'd have asked me, I don't know, October, because I had faith and $20 on the Bears, was Bills-Bears. Now that the Bears have stepped up, made the playoffs, number 2 seed, and the Bills just not being very Bills-like in the last 6 weeks, I'm going with my heart prediction and then my real prediction. Either way, the Bears are in it. My original prediction was Bills-Bears. Now it's Broncos-Bears. There's only one team on this list that can tip the apple cart, and if you watch them in the last 6 weeks, it's Pittsburgh.
Yo,
Pittsburgh can be the spoiler.
Can I say this as a longtime fan, and you guys will all know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about.
I never know what you're fucking talking about.
Yeah, you do, bitch. Yeah, you do.
I do.
Tell me more.
All right, so this is the first year in a long time that Detroit hasn't fucked somebody's trip to the Super Bowl and then lost their shit the next week. I'm just saying that I don't know anybody else out there, but I am a Detroit fan literally because every year
they spoil somebody's trip.
Completely fuck somebody in the bum on their chance. That should be they literally do they pull a Falcons. They literally crush somebody that should destroy them. And then the next week they lose
to the fucking Jets.
I was gonna say they lose to somebody that they lose to somebody with their third fucking string in. But yeah,
Uno reverse card.
Yeah,
right.
As a closet Lions fan, for that reason, kind of sad they're not in the mix this year. I don't get to watch them fuck. I'm trying to figure out, which is also down a rabbit hole, try to figure out who is the team that shouldn't be there. I think it's the Texans. I think the Texans
I said that
here are the team that
snuck in
somebody and then fuck it up.
I'm going to say it.
No, it's not the Lions this year. See, even Jen just walked through and she's like, no,
this
is
totally
the Lions every fucking year, and it's why I like them. I only like the Lions at playoff because they fuck somebody.
This is the one time I'm going to allow for her to do her Jerry Springer bit. I'm okay with that.
The Lions? No, baby. Not this year.
So what if the Texans accidentally beat the Steelers this weekend? That will shake everything up.
Shut up, fool.
My two long shots this weekend.
I got to go Pueblo on this. Shut up, fool.
What did I do?
My 2 long shot predictions, the most absolute long shots that would fuck things up.
The Bills to win also because my boy Chris from Noble said that because he knows that they are look, Denver has home field advantage through the entire fucking playoffs. He already knows that, and he already counted on it. So if the Bills make it, he doesn't give a fuck. He's coming out to watch that game. So I really hope the Bills make it just so my boy can come out here and my boys can crush his, and I can send him home sad but happy he was here. So
right.
There you go.
Happy sad.
He's like, bro, if they make it, if there's a Bills Broncos playoff game, I'm coming. I don't care what it costs. Awesome, bro. I got extra rooms. Pick one.
That is pretty awesome.
There will be food and sadness.
That's what I'm saying. Food, sadness, and smoke. All kinds of it.
If those 2 teams win on that side, they're going to fuck everything up for them. I'm trying to think of who that would be on the other side of the chart, though.
If you look at it, I'll give you this. Well, Seattle has the bye.
I just pulled it up.
Yep, you have Green Bay, Chicago, San Francisco, and Philly, and the Rams and Carolina. Look, the Rams are moving forward. Carolina is not as look. They're an 8-9 team. They finished with the same record as the fucking Falcons. They suck.
Right.
They shouldn't be there.
Didn't they do this a couple seasons? Didn't they do this exact same thing a couple seasons ago?
Yes, and you know what their record was?
Then won 1 week, the first week there. I think they won their first round and then moved up.
Yes.
This same exact position. Then they moved up a round. And then they lost.
Yes.
So I don't put it past them to fucking sneak in a win against the LA Rams. I'm sorry.
All right.
And they are the wild card. They are the absolute wild card in that entire bracket right there. They are the wild card because
which is weird to say. Go ahead.
I will give LA Eagles. I would give the Rams, Eagles, San Francisco Bears, and Green Bay. I would give them a win all day, every day. I would give them the W. I would not give a W to the Carolina Panthers. They are the most wild of the wild cards in this entire game of football this coming up.
That makes sense. For me,
because they are the extreme underdog.
I'm kind of weirded out that right now ChatGPT has San Francisco losing to Philadelphia in round 1 because I think San Francisco, bottom to top, is a better team than the Eagles.
I think the Eagles are, again, they're not as two-faced as, say, the Chargers. But they are uneven. Jalen has his great days and he has his not so great days. And he's been having a whole group of those not so great days towards the end of his season this year where he just couldn't get the throwing game together. Where they might eke out a win, but it's all done ground and pound, push McGee type situations. They can't keep winning on gimmicks and just fucking. It just seems to me they're showing up and just playing football. They're not showing up to win.
I'm gonna take you through the Rams December and into this first week of January. December 7th, beat the Cardinals handily. December 14th, beat the Lions by 7. December 18th, lost to the Seahawks by 1. December 29th, lost to the Falcons by 3. Coming into last week, the Rams beat the Cardinals by 17. This is an up and down team, but they've done the down for the last couple of weeks. This is a team that is going to get their shit together this week. I don't necessarily think that Carolina has what it takes to beat the Rams.
I'm not saying that they do, but I think you cannot discount them because they will be the fucking wild card that fucks everybody. If they win, this throws off the whole dynamic of what could happen the next few rounds of playoffs.
Oh, sure, they definitely have potential to be the fly in the ointment. Let me go get Carolina's Carolina
Panthers.
Definitely. They could definitely be this year's Detroit.
Let me go get Carolina's last month. I won't even go back to race weekend, which was the only thing that ruined race weekend for me.
Nice. You're going to let me in that tonight?
Ooh. What, has she got a tub of hot sauce?
No, she just walked through, and while she walked up the stairs out of the den, she dropped her bottoms and mooned me. So I asked her if she was going to let me in that tonight.
Rock and roll.
She giggled and said no, but, a couple of cocktails and some lube, and we'll talk later.
One roofie and it's all good.
That's what I'm saying. Roofies for everybody.
All right,
you get a roofie.
I'm the Oprah of roofies.
I will actually start September 21st, race weekend. We'll start with Panthers Falcons.
Yeah.
Panthers win 30-0. The next week they lose to the Patriots 42-13. The next week they beat the Dolphins 27-24. They beat the Cowboys the week after, 30-27. The week after, they beat the Jets, 13-6. The Bills come to town on October 26th and shellac them, 40-9. The Panthers come back the next week with a win against the Packers, 16-13. The Saints come to town and beat the Panthers, 17-7. The Panthers double down on the Falcons in overtime, 30-27. The 49ers beat them 20-9. The Panthers come back to beat the Rams 31-28. The Saints beat the Panthers 20-17 on December 14th. The Panthers beat the Bucks 23-20 on the 21st. Seahawks put a pounding on the Panthers 27-10. And last week, they lose to the Buccaneers 16-4. This is the team where if shit's going to happen, they're going to spoil it because they've been inconsistent. Again, I can't help but keep pointing out they're an 8-9 team. Herm, wave your hand over the top of that a couple times.
My best Pauly Shore, or
you don't even know.
No.
You're so high, you don't even know.
I do. Wrestling, Paul
Bearer.
Help a nigga out, damn it.
Oh, kids.
So we've heard from Lynch. We've heard from me. Originally, it was Bills Bears. Now I'm looking more at Broncos Bears. I know, Herm, you don't even have to say it. You would like the Broncos to be there.
I think it's Broncos and some other motherfucker.
That's not helping.
I'm telling you, that side of the column is it's tough because of the Panthers.
I don't care if you pick the Lions on the NFC side. At least pick an NFC team.
I'd like to see the Broncos Bears. I'd really like to see that. There's a little kid in me, or a younger Herm that was a Jim McMahon fan, and that crazy motherfucker, and just on that, would like to see the Bears in there. It's some old school shit.
They need to get a Jim McMahon jersey. I'm calling Pete.
And the glasses, bro. The glass.
The headband,
and the big white fucking glasses. The giant fucking Milton Burrows sunglasses.
Every year, and I'm going to do it here, but Mark has already heard my pitch. Every year when the Falcons don't make the playoffs, and I say I'm up to the highest bidder right now. I'm not putting that bid out there this year. I'm hoping all the teams have fun, but I have my picks in my head. Broncos, Bears. I'm going with Lynch because I don't think the Bills make it out of the first round.
Nope.
That was
they're the wild card on that side, but not as much of a wild card.
I was going to say that's the fucking problem is that the Bills could lose it completely or just fucking wreck it.
But can we all agree? I mean, obviously the Bills are at the top of every ESPN Sports Center. They've been the class of the field for the last couple of years, even though the Chiefs have been slightly better. Can we all agree that injuries have decimated that Buffalo team this year to the point where instead of being
beginning of the season, I said at the beginning of the season, injuries are going to be the death of them because their lineup isn't deep enough to have.
Who saw fucking Mahomes getting wrecked and just completely wrecking that shit?
Yeah, but I'll say that about him as I say about a lot of the Bills players because Lynch was 1,000% right. Injuries are going to be a factor. Mahomes played.
Their team is old. Their team is old.
Older, not old. I mean, it's not like Mahomes plays at such a high octane level. There is no low gear for him. He is always, pedal to the metal, send it, as the kids like to say. And he does every single play. His injury was a long time coming. It sucks that it had to happen. It sucks that team coming off a Super Bowl loss.
I mean, let's be honest. He's been real fucking lucky.
But they were picked by every expert at the beginning of the season to be the class of the field, not so much the AFC champions, but they were like, this could be the Chiefs' year to, do it all again and make another appearance. And what have they been to they've been to 4, they've won 2, or I might be getting my math wrong. They're 2-time Super Bowl champions. This I know to be true in our era, this era we're talking about.
Yes.
But
think you're right.
at some point,
I think
and they
4-2.
I wish I been to 4-1-2. Okay, you're right. I wish somebody would have said to him what somebody said to Lamar Jackson a long time ago. You can't. Your job is to drop back, pass the ball, read the coverage, stop looking to run on every play. There's only one Michael Vick, and he went to jail. So stop trying to be him. Be you. Do the job we pay you to do. And it's okay if you run. That's great. It's dynamic. If you see a hole, run through it. But if you watch Mahomes and if you watch Lamar Jackson, the dynamic in which Jackson has changed is where Mahomes has been a little more patient. But this season, Mahomes had happy feet, and that was his downfall.
I think Lamar Jackson showed a lot of patience on the field this year.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of patience because he was a very rushy player his first couple seasons. If he didn't, he wouldn't give a second look. If his first option for a throw was not there, he just run.
Yeah.
Mahomes has always been the scan the field kind of guy. You can see his eyes.
In his first 2 seasons, twice. But in his first 2 seasons, he ran first, thought second. Now he thinks first, runs second.
Right. Running is a contingency plan now.
Correct.
Right.
Lamar should be.
Lamar has shown so much patience on those plays now because once he gives a second or sometimes even a third look, he'll throw. Maybe it's not a great fucking pass. Maybe it doesn't get the first down that they needed, but he's getting more confident in those kind of plays.
Right, and this didn't start with Michael Vick. There was a kid from Pittsburgh. Michael Vick just did it better. Oh God, Cordell Stewart.
Yes. Stewart was a great fucking quarterback.
Yes, but it took him a while to get over that run first, think second. And once he got his groove together, I think they went to the Super Bowl and lost one year. But then after he retired, the Steelers did end up coming up big. So
right.
I mean,
he was a good player.
We also understand that gone are the days of Terry Bradshaw and Dan Marino and, dare I say, John Elway, because John Elway was a pocket passer. You stand there, you scan the field, you find whatever open guy you can. Now everything is so drawn up. I've watched team after team after team from Atlanta to Jacksonville, all the way down the line, and they draw the play up for X player. How many times I've seen, Cousins throw to London in double coverage when if you had just looked a little bit to your left, Pitts was wide open, Mooney's wide open. You had Tyler Algier.
Plays are designed for a specific slot now, and that's
what's killing the passing game. It's going back to a running game, and I like that. I love the run game. Always have, always will. And especially...
I'm a good 50-50 mix. I like a good 50-50 mix of like hard ground pound and maybe with a one explosive run. And I'm also a fan of the holy shit, that was a great pass. What a great catch. Of course. What a great reception.
I don't know if you watched the
Monday night game. I do agree with Herm. It's more of a slot in the player than it is about the team.
But the quarterback has to be able to look at the field, and if WR1 is not open, you look over here. It doesn't take but a second to look and go, look, number 8's bang, and hit him in stride. You don't. I tried to explain this to not you, but a Patriots fan who thinks everything has to be a 70-yard pass and everything's a Sports Center highlight. You have 4 chances to make 10 yards. You give me a quarterback who can get me 4 to 5 junk yards every fucking throw and get me a first down.
A quarterback that can get me 6 to 8 every fucking time. That motherfucker gets me all the way down the field, chews up a lot of clock time.
Yes, it does.
Beautiful ass shit.
Ball control wins games. Not the 70-yard highlight pass, because great. Look, your guy got a 70-yard highlight pass and you lost 34-14.
Right. Nope.
Not everybody can drop back playing against Herm on Tecmo, stand in the end zone and go coast to coast just because you can, which is impossible in real life, but it's good on Tecmo.
Oh, it's awesome on Tecmo.
Marino to duper, end zone to end zone.
Yo, how many times did I have to listen to you say, Jay, we fucking right. Jerry fucking Rice.
I hate Jerry.
Fucking Rice.
To this day, I hate
All of
Jerry
us.
Rice.
You know what I mean? Like, who was the dude on the fucking Ty? Who was it? Ty Cobb.
Ty Cobb.
Who was there was a player on the Buccaneers that used to just out of nowhere back then. There was several of those.
Oh shit!
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But there was players on that game that were awesome, but nobody really knew who the fuck they were.
No, because they played for the fucking Buccaneers. Who gave a shit about the Buccaneers until Mike Allstott and a couple other guys showed up? Trent Dilfer has a fucking ring, and Dan Marino and Matt Ryan retired without one. The world is fucked. The apocalypse is here. Get ready. Get your canned goods. We're all going in the bunker. Herms smoking a butt. Let's do this.
I don't know, man. Football, you have to look at how football has changed in the last 40 years, too. How the game of football that's being played has been changed.
Okay. I'm glad you said that.
Which makes a lot of sense as to why quarterbacks are a slot. They draw the play on the slot because they don't want to get hit. And they can't get hit. And the defense can't do their fucking job.
Tom Brady ruined that for everybody. Tom Brady.
Not just Tom Brady. Not just Tom Brady.
He knew that was coming. I knew those words were coming out of your motherfucking.
It wasn't just Tom Brady. He was the most vocal about it and the most dramatic about it. But other quarterbacks followed suit. And to their defense, all right, fine. There were plays in the 80s, you have to admit, that those quarterbacks took that could have fucking killed the average player today.
Joe Theismann has entered the chat.
Love you too.
Yes, exactly. Ended their career. I still remember that play, watching it live as a kid. And my father and I watching football together, which was a very rare occasion.
Stop right there. Stop. I have the Theismann leg break as a snippet on my phone. It's been God. For real, just to
every cell phone you've ever had, I bet.
Bro, how old were we when we watched his leg, his ankle, and his whole fucking lower leg do this?
That was Sid Vicious before Sid Vicious was
You
cool.
know what I'm saying? Like it was the late 80s. They played that clip 100
Monday night.
times,
it was on Monday night. More eyes on it
times in 4 minutes of the broadcast. We literally sat there fucking shitting our pants. And look, it's a foot and a leg.
That's the beauty. That's the beauty of 80s and 90s football broadcast. If you're just joining us, here's what you missed.
Bro, people vomited for a half hour watching that shit.
Yep.
So to give it a little bit more unique experience as a kid, this is when my dad first got a satellite. So we saw all that live. Then we saw what they didn't show you on television. And it was just a constant shot of his fucking foot.
Oh, yeah.
Getting on the gurney. Then putting his foot in a splint.
I'll give you that one. But how many times over the years, and I'll just throw the big three out there, Marino, Montana, Elway, see them take horrendous hits and get up and do it all over again. Nowadays, if you breathe in the general direction of Patrick Mahomes, it's a 15-yard penalty.
I was just going to say that, bro. Think about from the time you were 7, 8, the time to really you started grasping the concept of football and a team and following something. Think about how many injuries from the time we were 6 to let's say 8, just to make it a decade, from 8 to the year we graduated high school.
I'm going to give you 3 extra years for one injury and one injury alone. Go ahead.
But think about how many injuries we watched that they played on repeat. And then 20 years, 30 years later, not 40, 30 and 20 years later, you can't even breathe on this motherfucker too heavy.
Yep. Dennis Byrd. Broke his fucking neck.
Ugh.
Was paralyzed
I
on
was
the
gonna say-
field
I was gonna say on live fucking
Monday
television,
night.
Monday night. Are you ready for some football? This nigga's got his neck is broke. Yes.
To his credit, 16 months later, walked out onto
No,
that field
they
to do the
said he
coin
would
toss.
never walk again.
Yes, they
They
did.
said he would never fucking walk again. And a year and a half later, he walked out of the.
I'll give the NFL credit. The helmet to helmet hit, now that it's outlawed, is the best because that was a helmet to helmet hit, and you watched his head like
that's
immediately.
one of the biggest causes of CTE.
Mm-hmm.
Of
But now,
all of them.
to go to Lynch's point, and I said I'm glad you brought that up. First of all, the way they build the helmets now and the way the safety equipment is, these players are safer than they have been at any particular point ever in the NFL. I've said the same thing about NASCAR on the Speedway review. Talk
I'm
about the
saying it
cars
right
and
now,
everything
it's
else.
the same. It's the exact same shit that they've applied to motorcycle technology now.
Now, having
there's
said
a
that,
reason, there's a reason my helmet when I bought it back when I first started riding cost you a good helmet was $100.
yeah.
And the helmets that Jen and I have are handmade and they're $1,200 a piece.
And lost every penny.
Before I get to the point I'm going to make, and I'm glad you said that, my friend Chad raced outlawed dirt midgets in Indiana, and he had a poster on the shop wall. I went with him one time when I was out there visiting. They're putting the car together, and the poster said, "You don't have a $10 head. Why buy a $10 helmet?"
Yo, it was literally my father. I'm just gonna get a $50 helmet. So you're telling me your head's just worth $50?
Bingo.
No.
So with all the advancements in safety, in the helmet, in the pads, in everything they do, why am I seeing in the last 2 years more and more of these weaklings put on what I call the retard helmet?
Oh my god!
You know what I'm talking about?
What the buff pad?
Yes.
I gotta be honest. I'd wear that.
They look like a Funko Pop head.
I gotta be
They
honest.
look like a
man,
Martian.
knowing what I know about what it does, knowing what I know, I'd wear it too. Look, it doesn't affect how I play. You can judge me any way you want to, but you know what? When my kids are 30, I'd like to remember their fucking names.
That doesn't stop your brain from jostling inside of your skull, whether or not you have a pillow head or a regular helmet.
No, but an extra layer of protection. Look, I'm not saying
It softens the blow. It doesn't
I'm not
negate
saying
it.
it's a fucking COVID mask while you're riding around alone in your motherfucking car, bro. All right. I'm not trying to go there and swig a beer to you, my friend. I am not trying to say that is some shit. But
I'm gonna do you one better. I brought one
But
special down for whoever made the best point tonight. My friend,
But as a
it's
person,
the broken skull beer.
that's what I'm saying. Bingo. If the difference between being fucking what is his name, Pataboo, fucking CTE boy on the fucking Giants or whatever his name is,
Scatabo?
Yo,
Scatabo.
I mean, look, CTE boy can calm the fuck down. Look, I got kids, I got a wife, I have a life I'm trying to live after this motherfucking job. Fucking wrap me in bubble tape. I will perform the exact same motherfucking way, bitch.
The jokes write themselves. Professional wrestling and football are not far off in CTE. You can end your career like Chris Collinsworth, or Chris Benoit.
No, with one in 1.2 seconds. It's all bro. Wrap me in bubble wrap. Let's play this bitch. But you know what? I want to remember my grandkids' fucking names.
You could be Chris Collinsworth, or you could be Chris Benoit. You can enjoy your grandkids,
saying,
or you
bro.
can murder your entire family.
That's what I'm saying. You can have to eat pudding in a fucking cup, or you can cook on a grill at your fucking place in wherever with the family.
We got a couple minutes left. I have to ask this question, and you guys have both seen. I know Lynch has because he's talked very fondly of this particular wrestler, and Herms watched his matches. Of how has Mick Foley not murdered everyone in his town? He's taken more chair shots, more super high cage bumps. This dude has wrecked his body. He can barely walk. How is he not a murderous asshole right now?
You see me killing anybody?
I don't think you've been thrown off a cage.
No, but I've got medical records that most people shouldn't have lived through. And,
okay, fair enough.
I mean,
Herm hasn't exactly treated his body like a temple.
Bro, I had a 6-pound sledgehammer fall 30 fucking feet. Hit me.
I remember that. Oh my God.
Hit me in the head. And the worst I got was the nurse was like, you might have a little scar, but it didn't mess up. I was more concerned if it fucked up my hair.
I remember that happened to you, and then Colin had his car accident, and we made the same joke.
Bro,
to both
I've
of
lived
you.
through shit that look, I'm lucky I have a retirement, okay? I didn't think I was making it past fucking 30, all right? The fact that I have retirement and actually started planning for that, it's fucking amazing, but I honestly didn't think I was going to live this long.
I'm just saying, and I know
I'm not
what you
being a dick or trying to show off. I literally knowing what. Look, my brain only performs on fucking things and gets excited about things that might fucking kill you if you make a mistake. Motorcycles, fire, knives.
Lynch, hang out after we close.
I didn't expect to make 30.
Yeah.
Lynch and Herm, hang out after we close in 4 minutes? I'm curious because we just talked about football and CT and stuff. And yes, I remember the sledgehammer. I remember a lot of other things too. But when you look at Mick Foley, the one, if I can find the video, I'll send it on the group.
He's been fucking abused for 35 fucking years.
The 15 consecutive chair shots he took in one match against The Rock.
The Japan tours he did.
The exploding ring gimmicks, getting thrown off the cage by The Undertaker, getting his ear ripped off accidentally in Germany. I mean, dude, how much head trauma can this guy take and still function? And he's not wearing a pillow helmet. No, he's just riding roller coasters at Santa's Village.
Yo, Nick is a Herm. Nick is...
You have CT. His name is Mick with an M. Mick.
Well,
dollars.
Genetics.
I work with the guy.
I truly believe genetics. I believe that genetics has so much to do with what the abuse and what we can do in our lives. Like, you guys know, we've discussed it on numerous shows. I'm half a fucking caveman. I'm half a fucking Neanderthal.
Don't close without me. I'll be right back. I cannot hold this any longer.
You know what I mean? Like, no, go for it. Like, I'm half a fucking Neanderthal. I have teeth that my dentist said they only taught him about in dental school because humans don't have those anymore. I have an extra bone in my tailbone. I'm built like a fucking gorilla. I am literally the fucking throwback. All right. I am Bro Magnon. All right.
Bro Magnon.
Everybody on the planet has a 5-bone tailbone. I have 6. I don't have a tail, but I have a second segment to my tailbone that is special. That's a throwback to when we fucking were apes. Look, I truly believe that genetics has so much to do with.
I used to work with a guy at the casino who is the same way, Herm. I watched this man get punched in the head. He worked in security, right? He got punched in the head and laughed about it. He said, "Go ahead and do it again." And it didn't hurt him.
That's funny.
It didn't hurt
now
him.
I have to kill you.
Exactly.
Look, I'm not saying
he's the same way.
Human, but there's a joke between me and my wife when I talk about you silly mortals.
Yeah.
Like genetics makes so much about what we are, and genetics is the reason I'm going to be perfectly fine, and then one day I'm just gonna drop fucking dead.
Have you seen the movie Unbreakable?
Yes.
You would be Bruce Willis, and I would be Mr. Glass.
That's
pretty much it.
I've got a medical history that if you were to read it, be like,
how are you still breathing?
A bunch of it, a lot of it, motorcycle accidents, head injuries, fucking
breathing is one thing, walking is another.
Right, factory accidents. Just like
Oh,
that one time a 2-year-old tried to stab you in your sleep.
Right, like come at me, fucker. But you know, what I mean? Like, I truly believe that genetics plays a part in that, and if me being half a fucking caveman means that I live pretty good, then I'm all right with that. I have good genes. My kids have good genes. All of the wives that I've chosen, and none of them really knew it during childbearing time, but all of them were chosen based on their genetics. I'm a firm believer in genetics, and I'm not talking about I'm not talking about the Aryan race. I'm just talking about good genetics in general, and luckily, right, you know what I mean, health wise, and luckily most of my kids have been with healthy partners.
Yeah, like I've told Travis, you come from good stock physically.
He does, and his mom, honestly, and I'm not shitting on anybody. I don't want to take this way. His mom, of all of my wives, has later in life, and I've known them all, later in life, she has developed the most health issues early of anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
So if I were to say it, I would say that Trav, having her genetics, has a slight
disadvantage.
A little bit, maybe later, just because of genetics.
That's more internal, but man, if you remember, back in the day,
my boy was 2 years old and had
toughness was key.
Like, yeah, was like exploded his head, but no, I'm not saying he's not tough. I'm talking about
got the hole in his head,
as far as being
busted ass teeth.
That motherfucker's a herm.
He got the goods. I know we didn't get to talk about it, and I don't know if we can go 5 minutes long. I just wanted to ask Lynch, because he's the only one I know. I don't know if Herm watches the show. Did you catch the Stranger Things finale?
I did.
Oh, I don't watch that.
Okay. Then do you plan on watching it?
Millie Bobby Brown is like 74 years old now, and
she's 22. Stop it. I had that argument with a kid at work. She's a middle-aged girl. I'm like, she's 22. She's banging John Bon Jovi's kid.
I was going to say,
they're married.
She banging?
They're married.
Did they get married?
Yeah,
okay.
They're married.
Quick question. You watched the finale?
Yes.
Tell me if my complaint is wrong. It was a complaint for about 30 seconds, and then
all of your complaints are wrong. Next question.
Wrong. First seat, you're wrong. The second to last episode, I had a lot of complaints. One, we all knew Will Byers was gay. We knew it. Didn't need a 10-minute fucking speech, okay? So now we get to the last episode. I'm like, all right, let's get this shit out of the way. I can't wait to see how this ends. Graduation. Okay, Dustin makes his speech. Mic drop, flips off the principal. Everything's great. Everybody's cheering. The hot girl walks up and says, hey, Dustin, we're going to have a party. You should come. And I'm like, yeah, Dustin, go get you some. Dustin going to get his dick wet.
No,
and it was, I think it was Mikey. Shut up. He could have, but I think it was Mike that said, I got a better idea. And they all went and played D&D. And as soon as I saw them all at the table, I went, that was the right decision. My complaint is irrelevant. Because if you remember at the end of that scene, they all put their books away. And I believe. By the way, my meme was fantastic. If you didn't watch it, I'll send it to you again. that closed the book. That was what they should have done. And then you go to the party and get your dick wet.
I did not like the last episode.
Really?
I did not.
How long, Herm? How long can we go?
I'm going to give it a couple minutes. A couple minutes.
How's 4 minutes?
You're good.
Okay, hit it.
Way too much prologue. Way too much prologue. And for how they beat the monster,
Facta, yep.
I just didn't like it. I didn't like it. I mean, they forgot about all the shit, the cool shit they had in season 4. And and it was obvious they had no fucking clue how they were going to close this show out outside of the epilogue. That they pretty much had sealed. I can tell because that was done with it. It was like I was watching 2 completely different television shows. The first half was horrible to look at. The special effects were fucking terrible.
Okay.
These young girls running around with fucking machine guns, being girl bosses at 17 years old.
Yeah, there was a lot of feminism bullshit going on.
Okay. Yay, girls can do it too, but I know it's a science fiction show, but let's make it make sense a little bit. And Winona Ryder with her, you fucked with the wrong family. Oh my, come on. Really? Come on.
All right, as for a one-off line, all right, I get it.
And Linda Hamilton, she didn't need to be there. Linda Hamilton was completely fucking wasted. Completely wasted. Most of the cast in this last season didn't need to fucking show up because they had nothing to do.
She should have been introduced the season before because at the beginning of season 5, I told a couple friends she's the linchpin behind all of this.
I got one.
It's not Vecna. It's not
one thing to say about this last season.
Go ahead. I didn't watch it.
Fuck it, because fuck it, because fuck them and using Prince songs.
I like the use of. I like all the use of their music.
I like Prince songs.
They did great.
I don't like the fact that Prince doesn't license out one of those songs, and they got one.
That was his estate that did that. Then
I understand that. I just don't like it. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying I don't like it.
I will say this to Lynch. I think the way it ended was early on in the second half of season 5, where 11 said, "It started with me. It's going to end with me." It kind of gave you the idea that she was going to sacrifice herself for the greater good, right? I get that. But they brought back Kai. Somebody died in the Upside Down. They could have brought back for a triumphant return. Why did we not see Eddie Munson?
Because he got fat Hollywood cash to do a Fantastic Four.
Oh, really? No shit.
Yeah,
not even for one episode. I mean, to show up to help.
Lynch is not pulling a fucking punch on this one.
No, he's not.
They made him the thing. Next.
No, he made fat Hollywood cash being the Human Torch in fucking the new Fantastic Four.
Pretty much.
No shit.
Yes, because of that season.
It was like,
wife said, Megan said it best last week. Season 4 should have been the last fucking season with that group of kids. And it would have made more sense for another generation.
I've watched
too many unanswered questions.
Huh? What was that, Chris?
Yeah, what Herm say?
I only watched seasons 2.5. So that's my knowledge universe.
Season 4, if you end it with season 4, there's too many unanswered questions. I think this tied it up pretty good, except they didn't, when it all ended, when everything blew up and Elle is in that portal and she's gone and Hopper's crying, everybody's crying and Mike is screaming. Why didn't they have somebody there to hold Kay responsible? It's like she just disappeared to the ether. That was my biggest complaint.
Lazy.
Lazy writing.
They didn't know what they're doing.
As soon as she showed up. Go ahead.
The Duffer Brothers had a fantastic idea, and then it turned into, oh shit, the kids are rapidly aging. Then the Hollywood strike. Then the Hollywood writer strike happened.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it took 19 months for this season to come to air.
I will
But
say
because
this.
Netflix is a slow burn and slow churn on any fucking episodic television they do. And most TV is like that now. That's why there's only 12 episodes in a season usually, or 15 at the most.
Mm-hmm.
Because it takes so long between seasons. I just watched The Pit. I mentioned it last night. If there was a fucking
I
television show,
gotta watch that.
dude, I have never. Noah Wiley's a decent actor. This made him a fantastic. This show, he is fucking fantastic in this show. Everybody in this show is great.
I haven't watched episodic television other than these bingeable things like Cobra Kai, Stranger Things, 13 Reasons Why. Of the three that I just mentioned, I'll put the ending of Cobra Kai first. I'll put the ending of 13 Reasons Why second. And only because of the plot holes that they did not clear up, I'll put Stranger Things third. Having said that, I thought they did a fantastic job. However, like you mentioned and I mentioned before, too many plot holes. I thought somebody complained and said, I thought the epilogue after the final battle was too long. I'm like, no, it was perfect. You have graduation. You have Mike not wanting to go to graduation. Here comes Hop. Hopper's telling him, I've been through this. I know what it's like to lose someone I love. Oh, wait, I did it twice. And you're one of the guys I did this with. You got to go. You got to go stand up for her, for your family, for yourself. Good on him. Hopper, to me, is the MVP of all the characters, bar none. And the most epic mullet since Chris Burns or Joe Elliott has to go to Gaten Matarazzo as Dustin. That was an epic mullet.
My most glaring complaint was with the teaser with Elle at the very end, standing on this little island.
With the three waterfalls that they always talked about.
So, if she is really not dead and just somewhere, don't you think she'd want to go somewhere where she could hide and fit in, and not this little village of 1,000? Go truly disappear, because that's all she's ever wanted to do.
I had that conversation with somebody, and my response was, they're showing that scene where she's hiking up the hill and the waterfalls and all that bullshit. That was her and Mike's dream. And he's manifesting that in his head while he's talking to the people. And they all go, I believe, I believe. They all believe. And that was a dream. To me, that was a dream. That was them showing Mike's dream in his head.
You want to go one step further?
Sure.
You know what a fan theory is? That this entire last season is a projection from Vecna.
Explain.
There's this fan theory going around that this isn't really the last season of Stranger Things. Even though everybody said there isn't. And a lot of the fan theories out there end the show much better than the way they actually ended it, in my eyes, because they were a little bit more creative and they filled a lot of the plot holes. And some people make triumphant returns at the end.
Okay. I'd be interested to see if in 9 to 10 months.
Google search Stranger Things fan theories.
Okay.
Series ending, and you'll find some interesting shit.
All right.
But yeah, that's one of the outstanding ones, is that the whole season has been a projection into the minds of the kids.
It is my deepest hope that if what you're saying is true and these fan theories hold true, if they do a Stranger Things 6, they open with Biggie. It was all a dream, and it all goes horseshit.
You know what would be even better to expand upon a stupid fan theory?
Bob Backlund is Vecna.
They wait 10 years. Make it the 90s. Make it going into like 1999.
Interesting concept.
That would be even more genius. Just let everybody think that this is it.
I'm not a huge fan of talking like this because I've had enough Star Wars friends talk about if this had gone this way, this had gone this way, and the movies would have gone this way. I'm just glad we got what we got. I really am.
You know what? Well, am I satisfied? No, because I'm a pretty harsh critic of that kind of shit.
You're that guy.
But overall, as a series, I enjoyed it as a series. Season 3 was the weakest of them. Season 4 was the best of them. 1 and 4 are the best. 2 was okay.
Agreed.
3 really sucked. 4 was great. 5 was disappointing. That's my ranking of the seasons. Overall,
I'll go
good
1,
series.
4, 5, 1, 4, 5, 3, 2.
Yeah. No, 2, 3. 3 was the worst.
All right. I'm sorry.
3 was the
Flip it.
worst. But yeah. That's my thoughts on Stranger Things.
All right, that's that. Hopefully, I'll get out of my writer's block and find more 1-star strip club reviews for next week. Hopefully, Marsh will come back. He said he would watch it back in post. So, Marsh, hi, how you doing,
Hi.
buddy? Meet me at the Nacho Cart.
I gotta go downstairs because it's Taco Tuesday.
Bro, isn't there just like 2 of you in that motherfucking house? Like you and your motherfucking wife? Like, how hard is running a fucking household when it's you and one other motherfucking person?
And
I know.
75 dogs.
I'm just
75.
saying, no, there's not. I have 75 dogs. That nigga has like 1 or 2. And then
He's got
this
75
fucking big.
dogs.
I'm
8
just saying, like,
chickens.
how
No,
difficult is running
you're
a
talking about Marsh.
Oh,
You're talking about
Okay.
Marsh.
I'm
Dipshit.
sorry.
That's what I'm
That's right.
saying.
He's got
Like,
an ankle biter, a
how
wife.
difficult is that house? It's him and his wife in the house. There's
Well, it's a
2 people. I
It's a
understand
sanctuary
she had
house. They have
surgery,
Mexicans living
but
in the basement.
I mean, you can't. She can't get Mexicans. You can't.
They are. They're living in the basement. They're a sanctuary house.
Excellent.
All right,
No
guys,
last
I gotta
word
go.
tonight. All right,
Yo,
play the
as-
music. We're out.
As Rick's Rick Flair,
Oh, good Christ.
that's what I'm saying. So like as Ric Flair used to say, I'm sorry, no. As Rick Rude used to say,
Okay.
play the music.
Good night.
Yo, this bitch out here going,
You started it.
I have to beat her ass later. I'm just saying. When y'all read about Herms is was arrested, that's why. This bitch walked through and went, woo. I don't Wait, that is a real delivery. Like, I can't fucking even.
This episode doesn't deserve a last word. Good night,
Nope.
everybody.
Oh, no, it does. 1, 2, 3. Woo!
Woo!